you're having car trouble, I'll forward the office's calls to your cell. Oh. I walked up under the Fast Trips awning and stood beside the door. Okay, then. Do you want me to call roadside assistance for you? The wind whipped around, and I held my dress against my bare legs with my spare hand. No, that's okay. This is an important meeting. I've got it. Break a leg. He chuckled at my comment and disconnected the call. This account would be a real win if we could get them to sign on. My uncle was a utilitarian sort of man. He was plain speaking without an ounce of finesse, which suited his profession, and he was excellent at his job. But I hoped that with my attention to detail, analytical brain, added sparkle, and penchant for charm, I could help land more clients. After all, I firmly believed in taking advantage of what the good Lord gave you. And he gave me an ample portion of the gift of gab and a curious mentality, along with a great head of copper-colored hair and porcelain skin that I took excellent care of. Mother taught me well. After I phoned AAA, I went inside to get myself a fountain drink and maybe a donut. A donut should be out of the question since I needed to lose a few pounds before the holidays, where I historically put on anywhere from 5 to 8. But after seeing Bessie, my cherry red beauty, bite the dust, I needed some therapy. Sugar was my crutch. With powdered sugar on my fingertips and carrying my large drink, I walked outside to check on whether help had arrived. A car whizzed around the corner and slammed on the brakes a few inches from me. My drink slipped from my fingers and splashed on the hood of the black BMW sedan, splattering all over my dress. An unladylike word left my lips at the sight of my ruined garment. Covered in bright blue splotches, I looked like I'd been in a paint gun war. When I lifted my gaze to meet the culprits behind the wheel, ready to give them a piece of my mind, my jaw dropped. In the driver's seat, blubbering her eyes out, sat Carol Timms, a member of the Jane Doe book club. And in the passenger seat, I spied an unrecognizable individual with a camo baseball cap pulled down over their eyes. Before I could say a howdy-do and inquire to her state, Carol backed up and sped off from the gas station. After I thanked the AAA driver, I hopped out of the front seat of the tow truck and walked up the brick driveway of Mother and Daddy's grandiose home. I grew up on a street of pre-Civil War plantation-style houses. The structures were designed to handle Georgia's hot, humid weather, with large, deep front porches that boasted comfortable rocking chairs and whirling ceiling fans. Front porch sitting fostered a sense of community. Having a glass of iced tea and chatting with a neighbor made a hot, humid evening more bearable. But if you asked my daddy, he called the monstrosity a money pit and a heating and cooling nightmare. Daddy liked to complain, especially when Mother was around to hear him. Mother came waltzing out the front door and stood next to one of the white pillars that framed the grand front oak doors. Lyla Jane Moody! Land sakes alive, what happened to you, child? Bessie broke down. Your house is the closest. I mounted the bricked steps. Mother's face held both shock and horror at the sight of me. Are you wearing white? I fought an eye roll. Mother wouldn't abide such a gesture, finding it highly unbecoming. She clucked her tongue as Gran joined us on the front porch. My, looks like you had quite a morning. Gran was smiling. Something interesting always happens when my little Lyla is around. Gran had moved in with us when I was 13 after my grandfather suffered a heart attack. She'd been a co-conspirator in all my endeavors and remained one of my best friends. These days, she was slipping a little, symptomatic of aging, Daddy said. Daisy, don't encourage her. My mother fiddled with her pearls, a nervous habit of hers. Gran winked at me. Where Mother always dressed in what most folks referred to as their Sunday best, Gran preferred to be comfortable and casual. Daddy had inherited